The tramway was the community's only link to the outside world until 1962, and in case of emergency, a rail ambulance served the line. If not conveying a stretcher, this unit could seat 10 passengers and travel the 6 miles from Tunner to Farrell Siding in 20 minutes. Compared to the steam train's hour, it was known simply as the ambulance. There was also a rail-mounted T-model Ford at one time. For many years, the tram ran with a compo brake van, a car which was divided into 3 compartments, a rudimentary passenger compartment seating 6 at one end, a semi-open brake platform at the other, with a larger goods compartment between the two, headroom in the passenger and goods compartments was restricted. Being about 1,500 millimeters, while the brake compartment's roof was raised to a height of perhaps 5,9. After the Murchison Highway was opened as far as Tunner in 1962, the line to Farrell Siding was immediately closed. But Georgie Wood continued to work half the time. Georgie Wood continued to work half the mile between the mine and the flotation plant until late 1964. There were 2 very nice photographs taken by Eric Marsh of the loco hauling 3 Ori trucks in issue 16 of Narrow Gauge Down Under. Although the information of the line is now mostly lost under hydro works, fortunately, after the line closed, the locos were retained. Georgie Wood Steam Railway Inc. now operates a tourist railway on about 1.6 kilometer track at the town, with the Little Fowler in use and the Bigger Cross under restoration. Georgie Wood will require a new boiler in the next few years, so the organization is faced with raising substantial funds to keep the tram running. I supported Georgie Wood. Most of the information has been derived from Lou Ray's A History of Railways and Tramways on Tasmania's West Coast. The April 1960 ARHS bulletin contains a highly entertaining description of a trip on the line made in January 1958 by L.B. Manny. The trip travelled behind cross number 9, which failed on the day he was there. The next day's service being run and photographed at Farrell Siding by the ambulance. This column was prompted when I attended a recent Signalling Record Society of Victoria meeting. The entertainment item was a showing of a selection of Tom Murray's slides taken during tours he helped arrange to Tasmania in the early 1960s. Tom has very generously allowed me to use his slides here, and I would like to thank David Langley of the SRSV for this work in scanning them. Jim Bain's lovely photograph of wee Georgie Wood at the Tuller Mine was used on the cover of the Association of Railway Enthusiasts, December 2003 magazine. I would like to thank John Robin and the ARE for permission to republish this photograph, the original slide having gone missing. The tram photograph crossing the Macintosh River en route to Farrell siding, the compo brake van is obvious nearest the camera. While based on the under-famous burgers, the leading flat wagon ran originally on the northeast Dundas tramway. On the morning of June 11, the tour boarded the tram at Tuller for a return trip to Farrell siding. The tram is seen in Tuller Township awaiting departure. The following day, June 12th, the group left Tuller for the last time, riding the tramway to their connection at the Emu Bay Railway. This atmospheric shot shows wee Georgie Wood in more typical West Coast weather under the gantry crane in town. All photographs on this page by kind permission of Tom Murray. See SuperDogLover1. That's wee Georgie Wood. He was different when young, and he has a spark catcher. That was yesterday, and he has a spark catcher today. And see, that's his headlamp. Oh no. That must be wee Mary Wood. She used to be green, but is in lots of rust. And that's the ambulance coach. Let me read you them. The ambulance seen outside the shed at Tuller. The engine was located above the bogie with radiator and fan behind the opening below the windscreen and drove on the rear axle. 10-ton crush number 9 showing its Mount Lyell running number clearly, dragged out of the loco shed at Tuller so the group could take the portrait photo. I might have made a mistake. This might be not wee Mary Wood. Something at number 9. Perhaps I might have told you that in the first paper. The tramway was the town's only link to the outside world until 1962, and so carried everything going in or out. Here, a visiting football team is seen while the loco took water along the way. On a good day, we Georgie Wood only had to take water twice on the 6-mile journey. Here is the second occurrence on the trip towards Farrell siding, the driver filling the well tank from a tank at the 1.5-mile post. Last one. Except as noted, color photographs on these 2 pages are by Tom Murray, and the historical black and white photos are courtesy of the Tuller Heritage Collection, with thanks to Greg Blake. A delightful scene showing me Georgie Wood standing at the North Mount Farrell mine loading bins. This photo was taken in 1964, which time operations were restricted to a half-mile of track between the mine and the flotation plant. Photo, late Jim Baines, Courtesy Association of Railway Enthusiasts. Well-known scene shows we Georgie Wood photographed at what I believe to be the Boco Creek. A beautiful shot of the Georgie Wood standing at Tuller with driver Bill Winskill proudly looking out of the cab. Yeah. I hope you've learned we Georgie Wood's history, Pocket. And if you want to see him in his Welcome Back party, look up Welcome Back We Georgie Wood.